last Sunday, I got a call from my son before I went to visit him. It was his birthday. And he said to me, he said, Mom, I got something to tell you. It's like I have to call to prepare you. I don't like to hear that, okay? I have enough kids to know that that ain't good. Okay? So, I was blessed that Randy and Brenda decided to come with me. So, God had it planned out. He knew what he was doing. So I got there, and it's that type of news that, that you hold right here, but you never want to hear it. Because if you hear it, that it makes it real, and it's just going to kill a part of you. And we've been going through that a lot this year in my family. And that's what exactly happened, and I just panicked, and we were at the restaurant, and I left the restaurant, and I just went outside, and I just couldn't deal with anything. So we brought him back to the rehab, and we didn't talk much, because when you're just speechless, you can't say anything. And Brenda looked at me, and she's like, are you still going to be able to do this sermon on Sunday? She's like, well, completely understand if you can't. And I'm like, no, I'm doing it. I have to. I made a promise, and I'm going to keep it. And I already had 2 sermons done, so I didn't have to worry about that. Because I have preached at the residence twice before, and I brought 1 sermon, and God has changed it, so I know. So I was smart and did 2. What is that? So Monday morning I got up and I said, well, I got to pick one of these sermons and present it and work on it, and so it's always work. God's always speaking. So I pick up the first one, and he's like, no. I'm like, okay. Pick up the second one, he's like, that's not it either. And I'm like, oh. But I didn't panic. I'm like, okay, God, you got a plan. And I'm going to follow it. I'm brain dead right now. I'll wait for a sign. So because those 2 sermons that I did, I was pretty proud of them. They were genius, and PowerPoints. And I was like, woohoo! So then, yesterday morning, I told Berto, you got to wake me up at 6 a.m. because I have to make sure that I'm ready. So he woke me up, and I had nothing. And so I checked my emails, and I got an email from Mark. And it said, well, if you could tell us the title and the scriptures that you're going to use for the bulletin. And I wrote him, oh, yes, I'll have that to you by tonight. But really, at home, I'm done. I'm panicked. I'm freaking. I'm angry. I'm sad. All these emotions going on. By noon, there was still nothing. And I told God, I'm like, well, you've got to email Mark. You're going to email Mark, and we got nothing. I'm not doing it. So then I heard God, and he's like, well, you're going to tell him our story. And it's a story that it was really personal to me. And I wanted to keep it to myself. Because my moments with God, because of all the kids I have, because of all the distractions, I don't have many. So I keep it for myself. So yesterday I started writing, and I stayed up till 4 this morning just crying, and I'm like, this ain't right. I can't do this, And he's like, and God said to me, he's like, it's not about you. It's about me. And I want you to tell our story. And I wrote it out on my phone, on my laptop, I got papers, and he's like, you don't need to write it down, you know it. It was our experience together, and you're going to tell it exactly the way it happened. And I'm like, okay. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you exactly the way it happened. My son that's in rehab, him and his wife split up about 4 months ago. And they have 2 little children. And in the 4 months, I saw my grandson maybe about an hour and a half. And it's a pain that I can't explain to anybody. I can't express it to anybody. It's just so painful and it hurts so much. And I told God, I'm like, I'm done. I just want to go in my room, lock my door, and forget everything. I just want to be by myself. I can't do the theology. I'm done. I can't fight for you because I can't fight for myself. I can't fight for my grandkids. I can't fight for my children. I'm completely done. And then I said, you got some advice. And he brought me to 2 scriptures. And those are the 2 scriptures I'm going to share with you right now. And why these 2 scriptures? At first I wasn't sure. I didn't know. I thought it was absolutely silly because it didn't seem to go with my situation. And the first one is Genesis 6, 5 through 7. The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on the earth, and he saw that everything they thought or imagined was consistently, totally evil. So the Lord was sorry he had ever made them and put them on the earth. It broke his heart. And the Lord said, I will wipe the human race I have created from the face of the earth. Yes, I will destroy every living thing, all the people, the large animals, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and even the birds of the sky. I'm sorry I've ever made them. So I was like, okay. And then he brought me to the second scripture, which was Genesis 18, 20 to 21. So the Lord told Abraham, I have heard a great outcry from Sodom and Gomorrah, because their sin is so flagrant. I'm going down to see if their actions are as wicked as I have heard. If not, I want to know. So in my brain for a moment, I'm like thinking, well, I've got to tell Berta this. God wants me to wipe them out. Wipe them all out. I'm like, and I had to think about it. I'm like, should I tell Randy? And then I'm like, God, we can't tell nobody this because it don't sound right. So I posted. I said, you know what? I'm not mentally stable to read this right now and get any good out of it. So for a few days, I let it rest. And then God said, look at it again. So I read it again. I don't get it. These scriptures just always depressed me because it just made God look so cruel. And it wasn't the God that I want to know. And I wasn't sure. I'm like, what do you want me to know? He said to me, he's like, well, I have feelings. And I never really thought that before. Because we always hear the holies of holies and the almighty and the great I am, that I never let him have feelings. So I was a little blown away. I knew he got angry, and I knew about jealousy and those negative things. So it made him look very big and scary when it came to these scriptures. And then he brought me to hold on a second here. Jeremiah 14, 17. Night and day my eyes overflow with tears. I cannot stop weeping. That really hit my heart because I never imagined God crying. And I just never got that part, and I couldn't see that part before. But because of the pain I was in, it gave me that connection with God. And then he sent me to, he Psalm 68. But the Lord, you laugh. Wow. That's amazing. And I finally realized, okay, you have feelings. And he said to me, he's like, yes, and I'm sharing my story. He's like, when I destroyed those people, when the floods came, I cried. I was angry, but I never said I hated them. I love them so much. And I keep the pain. He's like, I keep fighting. He's like, for 6,000 years? He said, and you're going to give up after 4 months? He's like, I'm doing this for 6,000 years, and I will continue until my son comes again.
Amen.
I've had to hear the cries of Sodom and Gomorrah. He's like, it wasn't them crying, it was their souls. He's like, what did you want me to do? He said, I took them home. He's like, death is not the end, it's the beginning. It's whether heaven or hell, it's the beginning. And I had to do what I saw fit, whether that looked cruel or however you took that. He's like, and he told me, he's like, your grandchildren are lucky they got Jesus. They're okay. You don't have to worry about them. They have protection. But you got to keep fighting. Every day you have to fight. And that's one of the reasons that I still came, even after the horrible news. At that moment, I promised God, He fought for me, that I would fight for Him. And I will reach out as far as I can reach to get those children, that His children that He's watching fall through the cracks. That He's watching murder and kidnapping and child abuse, and He cries. And if I can reach one lost soul to bring them home and just make Him happy, because it states that He will leap for joy. And that pain, it never goes away. But when good things happen, it just minimalizes it a little bit. And so I have to keep fighting. But He told me, you have to fight hard, but with love. One emotion I don't have is love, because I am love. And when I took them with love. Because one of my biggest things was, last week I was going to the courthouse, and I was going to go and get a lawyer, and I wanted to see my grandkids. And God said, no, you can't. And it might seem cruel that I have to say that. But with so much anger, this won't be good. You have to wait. And when you go fight, you're going to fight hard, but with love. With forgiveness. And that's my message for today. And that's what He wanted me to share with you. We have an amazing God. And He has so much feeling for us. And you know, I heard a sermon, and the gentleman said, you know, a lot of people, all of us, we just talk so much. God wasn't a talker, He was a doer. And He's got a plan. And we are all called by Him to reach out and bring Him joy. And He will bring you joy. Because that's what He's done for me.